Let's continue to pray, to gather our hearts together, our spirits together through our prayers of joy and concern. We recognize that as we gather in a space, it's a unique opportunity to do this work together. The Christian life, following Jesus, is not meant to be a solo act. And so praying together is one way that we can do this as a community and do this with God as well. So I invite you, if you have any prayer requests that you would like to share, joys, thanksgivings, concerns. Yes, Julie.
I would just like, my mother's stable. I would just like continued prayer for her, for peace and comfort, and then some decisions she's going to have to make, and for my dad for peace and comfort also.
For Julie's mom, who had a stroke, and her dad, who is helping care for her, peace and comfort in the midst of all of that. Thank you. Lenny.
50 years ago yesterday, in a small Montana town, at 2:30 we began a wedding ceremony, and 2 Lutheran sermons, and some hours later we were married. So I'm grateful for all those years.
As am I, and we agreed that we would do it again.
Karen and Lenny are getting married again. That's the prayer. All right. Congratulations on your 50 years of marriage. That's great. Yes, Gretchen.
Prayers for my friend Ellen, who has a very bad case of the shingles, plus who knows what.
Ellen. Prayers for Ellen, a friend of Gretchen who has shingles and many other ailments. So prayers for your healing and all of that. Thank you. Yes, Janice.
I've developed a bad sciatica, and I'm going to have surgery at the end of the month. And I would like prayers that it doesn't get too much worse before the surgery, and prayers for safe surgery and recovery.
Thank you. So Janice is having surgery because she's experiencing major pain with sciatica. So prayers that she doesn't get any worse until the end of the month when the surgery is, and that that healing can come quickly to you. Prayers are with you, Janice. Yes, Anna.
Prayers for the Scribner family, who's the Nana, passed away. Very strong in faith.
Okay.
Just prayers for support.
Prayers for the Scribner family who lost their Nana. She passed away, a woman of strong faith. Thank you. Prayers of gratitude for Les, who was able to get through a hip surgery and is now recovering from that. Prayers for Carol Ward's son, Jared, and daughter-in-law, Jody. And prayers for protection for their family. And prayers also for the Fisher family. They celebrate John Fisher's sister, Jane, passed away about 2 weeks ago, and her memorial service is tomorrow in Helena. So prayers for their family. Seeing no others, let's go to God in prayer. Holy and gracious God, we recognize that you are a God of all circumstances, both the joyful ones that come with marriage and birth and being together, and prayers of heartache and unrest that come from strife, that come from injury, that come from our bodies responding to aches and pains. We recognize, God, that you are in the midst of all the seasons of life, in the newness and the aging process, and all of the mountains that we come in front of. Some of those mountains, God, you ask us to move, and it's no problem. Some of those mountains, God, feel overwhelming, and we certainly can't do it without you, but it sometimes leaves us, just so down, so unmet with the task ahead of us, maybe even zapped of energy. God, the prayers that we have collected today represent a heart that longs to be connected to your heart, to be nourished as the deer who pants for water. So we pray today in a moment of stillness that you be the living water that nourishes us, that gushes up with great joy and effervescence, even as it's the water that washes over us, calms our spirit, and goes into those dry places, providing life. We offer a moment of stillness to pray to and with you, O God. Sometimes, God, when you call us out of our comfort zones, we can resist due to uncertainty and fear. We can become stuck and paralyzed. Help us to hear your voice still speaking. Help us to see you at work in our lives, around us, and in the world. Grant us courage to have faith. Grant us the boldness to serve how you call us to serve. And walk beside us as we journey in faith, to encourage and strengthen us, whatever mountains we face. We pray this in your Son's name, who taught us to pray together. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. My dear ones, as we bring our hearts of prayers together, we also bring our gifts. This is a chance that we can reflect on the ways that God has blessed us and given so much to us, so that we might also share that with our neighbors and our world. A gift that we get to hear today is from Dave, who's going to play his guitar as we reflect on our time of offering.
Well, I've done this before, but given all the problems and challenges in our country and around the world these days, it's just seemed kind of appropriate. So.